My name is Barbara Cobb. I'm a member of Session and the current chair of the Community Services and Outreach Committee for Southminster. Southminster is a ministry mission-oriented church. There are two sources of contributions for the missions we serve. Designated, these are offerings that individuals give for specific purposes approved by the session, and budgeted, because 5% of the pledged and general offerings that you give go to missions. In the current year's budget, that's $8,250. I'm here to tell you where that 5% goes. It goes to the Presbyterian Church at different levels, missions of the Presbytery, Synod, and General Assembly of our church. The other agencies and services funded by our budgeted missions are local. Rooftop helps people pay for their rent or mortgage. 321 families have already been helped this year. Habitat for Humanity builds houses for families that couldn't afford a house on the open market. We participate in the Unity Build, which will be September 27th. Southminster provides materials while Telos provides the manpower to build. It's a good partnership. Safe Haven provides shelter and food and services for homeless families. We provide dollars and prepare and serve a dinner once a month. But with the COVID restrictions, they have placed the families in motels, and they take a box of groceries to the family each week. Our July food drive provided a car full of groceries. The rest of the money goes to what we call block ministries. These are agencies in and around our church building, and they're helped as needs arise. Scouts is one of those. Boys and girls and Cub Scouts meet in our church and form a manse. Southminster is the chartering organization, and the dollars we give help to pay the annual fees to the scouting organization. The original Boy Scout troop dates back to the beginning of our congregation. Norman Binkley Elementary School next door has a diverse student body with different cultures and different languages. During this COVID time of online learning, when they're not in the building and not receiving lunches, staff deliver a box of food to students' homes each Friday, and we can participate with that. Nashville Counseling Reconciliation Center is in our former manse, and it serves the public with counseling and reconciliation services. Telos at Southminster is a youthful and growing group, an important part of Southminster. Southminster Child Care Center provides excellent service for families. Caldwell Abbey Hall Neighborhood Association meets in our fellowship hall, and we were beginning to partner with them in assistance for Binkley School. When we ask for special offerings, regular offerings to go for missions, please give generously. Thanks.
So the Southminster Child Care Center has been excellent, specifically to our family. We have been with the Child Care Center since our daughter was 1. She's now 4, and now we have our son who's now 18 months there. And they are absolutely fantastic. We love all of the teachers there. We obviously trust them with the things that we love most in this world. And they are not only doing this for our family, but also so many families in the community that have been there before and are there currently. The other great thing about Southminster Child Care Center is that was actually what led us to Telos. So we heard about Telos after we started our kids at Southminster Child Care, not too long after that. So we would have never found Telos if we weren't part of Southminster Child Care Center. So that's a really important thing to us as well. And now we're obviously closely linked to the Southminster congregation as well. And we're so grateful that they have continued to foster and to love the Southminster Child Care Center and let it keep growing. So Southminster Child Care Center has also provided us with this great community. So we have, met other fantastic families that have young kids just like us. The other great thing is that so many of the families at Southminster Child Care Center are also families at Telos. So it's great to have both of those connections and just really strengthen those bonds. And we're so grateful for all of those great friends and that community that we now have.
So one of the places, probably the biggest place that Pledges from Southminster goes is to Telos. And Telos began 3.5 years ago now, as a hope, as a wish to have some kind of ministry in this part of South Nashville. And by all measures, Telos is doing great. We have a marvelous core of young families who are determined and dedicated to continuing the ministry here. We are trying to be creative and yet faithful to our Reformed heritage in the way that we worship. And it's exciting to see that grow. And the very fact that we are including Telos in our stewardship drive is a mark of that thriving ministry becoming an important part of who Southminster is and what Southminster does in this neighborhood.